Hi there, this is Tony from my ABS. In this video, I'm going to show you how you use Copilot in Edge to generate code for you for Power Apps. Specifically, let me just show you the problem statement. I got this app where I have a screen with filters that I'm going to allow people to select multiple of them. Now, the problem comes when I select about 100 items in this task name. I want to force the filter, specifically this button, to be disabled if you have more than 20 items in task name and you have no other filters in place. Because I'm running into issues where it's just cycling from too many data or items, and it's basically consuming the memory of the app. So in order to control this, I got all the names from all my combo boxes in my application, and I'm going to pass all these names and ask ChatGPT to create a formula, or actually not ChatGPT, to Copilot, to create a formula to count all the selected items from all these combo boxes except the one I'm interested on. So let's do this. I got all my names in there, so let me just open Microsoft Edge in a new window here. And what we're going to do is just going to pass a query string. So before that, we got to click on Copilot, activate this window. I'm going to select it to be precise. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to explain what I'm asking for. So I got all my combo boxes list. I'm going to say this is my combo box name list. And what I'm gonna ask is, I'm gonna say basically I'm in Power Apps and I have all these combo boxes names for which I need to generate a formula that counts the total of selected items of all these controls. Could you write a formula to count them all? And before that, I'm gonna remove the date pickers because I don't want to include the calendars. And I'm gonna set submit. And let's see if it can generate code for us, and if it doesn't, how we can actually prompt it so that it generates the code accurately. Now I'm just seeing what it's generating, and the logic sounds correct if Power Apps formula had that capability. What happens is that I provided all these combo boxes, and the right formula to use is count rows, which is great. The problem is that count rows only expect one control, not multiple. So what it's doing here is just putting all the selected items of each one of the names I put in there, and it's trying to separate it by comma so it accepts them all. Now the problem is that count rows just accept one control at a time, not multiple as it did. So in this case, this is just an error. I'm gonna say dislike and see what it comes with. Okay, so basically it's asking me, hey, what I did wrong? Can you provide me some feedback? So I'm gonna say that this formula only accepts one parameter instead of multiple as it did, right? And I need to create a series of count rows of each control and add them up so I can use that in a formula. So I'm gonna submit it again to see if this time we get it correct. So this time it's processing. Let's see what it comes with. I think it's thinking even more. Apologize for the confusion. You're correct. Count rows function Power Apps accept only one parameter. So now let's see if it generates it. Okay, so from I'm seeing so far, it looks correct as it is generating and counting them all separated by each one of the count rows and just adding them up. So I think this works perfectly for what I need. So what I'm gonna do is just copy it all, or just click here and copy it. Now I'm gonna test it on my app to see if this truly works. So what I'm gonna do is just go to this control, and it has an error because in display mode I was writing this formula. So what I'm gonna do is that if the task name is over selected items is over 20 items, then I'm gonna do another check, and if all this formula that generated for me, all these count rows of combo boxes, there. So if all this is greater than 1, or is equal, actually is if it's equal to 0, I want that button to be disabled. And if you got more than 20 and you got at least one selected in other combo box, then I want to set that to edit. So let's see if this actually works. So far it's good, right? It has this up where it's in edit mode, so I can click it right now. Now if I select all the items in here, I'm gonna click this button, and as you can see, it has 93 items. And when I did that, so basically, like you can see, it has everything selected. Now if I did this, I wanted this button to be disabled, which is what happened, because I'm gonna force that if you got more than 20 items here, I need another item in here. So I can select, any kind of other field and select maybe 1 or 2 or 3, and now it's enabled. And that's exactly the behavior I wanted to look for, where if I just clear that out, it disables it because I got more than 20 here. But as long as I have just one selected, it should be enabled because I'm filtering that data before executing the query. So I think that formula works correctly, and Copilot actually did the work correctly in the second time. So I guess, as we're continuing on building Copilot, it's gonna get more intelligent, and eventually all this will go into the loop of all the data and correct ways to actually accomplish things. So I think we're in the right path. So far, Copilot is a great help. It's not perfect, but at least I don't have to start my work from scratch. So well, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.